Hey guys, so I'm going to talk about something today that is kind of difficult for me to talk about and kind of embarrassing. I'm more comfortable with it now, but I do have an update for you about it, and so yeah. So I'm going to talk about my hyperhidrosis again. I did a video about a year ago talking about it when I first told you guys. I will link that down below. It talks a little bit more about my experience with it and my life with it, so I'll just give you guys a brief summary of that. I got hyperhidrosis, which is excessive sweating, specifically, well, it could be anywhere. Underarms is where it started for me, and that was in middle school. And I always had sweat stains under my arms, and that's primarily why I started wearing black. And I should have worn a different colored shirt today. I feel like black is less inspiring. I felt so down on myself all the time, and I was so self-conscious about it. I still am to this day, get self-conscious about it, of course, because it's not a normal thing, even though 1 in 4 women have it. 1 in 4 people have it, rather. I believe. It's not just women. I never felt normal because I couldn't wear different colored shirts besides black or white, and white was a little iffy because, you know, it would leave pit stains after you'd wash it, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, one of you guys, one of my subscribers, posted my video on CERTAINDRI's website because that is the product that I found to cure it. Well, no cure really, but to help my situation. And they saw it and wanted to send me a little package and, you know, have me tell you guys about a giveaway that they're doing. And so I thought it would be a good time to talk more about it and give you guys an update on my hyperhidrosis, because it has changed over the last year, unfortunately, for the worse. I originally, like I said, had it in my underarms, and I still do what I wouldn't give to just have it in my underarms now, and it started to spread to my hands and feet over the last year. And my feet are worse than my hands, luckily, because I'd much rather have sweaty feet, because you don't shake hands, or you don't shake feet with people, but you shake hands with people. It's not terribly bad on my hands. I do get it really bad, obviously, when I'm stressed or nervous. Then I just sweat everywhere. But specifically, it's spread to probably the most embarrassing area that you could have it, and that's why it's difficult for me to talk about now, because I'm okay saying I sweat on my hands or my armpits or my feet, but when you say that you sweat in your groin area, that's where it gets a little embarrassing for me. It takes a lot for me to be embarrassed about something or for me to not want to talk about something, and so that's kind of how I feel at this point in time. I haven't developed confidence about that specific area yet, which I don't know if I ever will, because you know what, it's so embarrassing, and I find that I can't even wear pants or regular colored jeans anymore. Like, I have to wear black bottoms at all times because of that issue, and it's really embarrassing. It's really bad specifically in the summer. In the winter it's not so bad in that area, but it's gotten a lot worse, and I could be sitting in full AC and I will have like sweat lines around my legs and stuff, and that's so embarrassing. Like, because it looks like you wet your pants, like, let's be honest. At least armpit stains, like, oh, she's sweating, that's fine. But when you have it in that area, it's like, did she pee herself? You know, I wish that there was a cure for that area or something to help with that area, but I will talk a little bit more about my underarm sweating, because that is where primarily it is the worst. But over the years I've come to accept it. Luckily my boyfriend accepts all the sweaty parts of me, every single one of them. He does not care, nor does he mind. So CERTAINDRI sent me a couple products. They have a new, what's it called, formula for their roll-on deodorant, which is the stuff that I use already, actually. I've used this for probably almost 6 years now, and it is the only thing that I've ever found works for excessive sweating. It is not a deodorant. I still have to use another deodorant, and I like to use Dove, but this one doesn't work for me. In the summer, my sweating's really bad. I just sweat through all deodorants. But they also sent me an AM one that I'll talk about. If you have this issue, or if you just want to prevent sweating, if you know you're going to be out doing an activity, or you're out in summer, or you're stressed out, you have a presentation and you tend to get nervous sweats, this is a really good product. For me, it takes a couple days build up to have it last, and then it lasts for 72 hours, so you don't have to apply it for a couple more days. The rules are with this: you cannot use it besides at nighttime, so you have to apply it before you go to bed. Do not use it after you shave. do not even try it. It has aluminum chloride in it, it's the main ingredient, and it can irritate your skin if you have sensitive skin like I do. Well, I mean, I can use it for a couple days and have it not irritate my skin. Anything after that, I tend to get itchy in that area, and I'll be scratching my pits all day. But other than that, it's not too miserable, and for me, I'd rather have a little itchiness than a lot of sweat, because then I could wear whatever shirts I want and not have a sweat issue. If you are scared of that, or you don't want the itchiness, or you have really, really sensitive skin, then I'd recommend the solid version, which is this one. Now, this ingredient is different. It's aluminum sesquichlorohydrate. Now, according to their little fact sheet that they also sent me, this is the only product, I'm like dropping it all over the place. This is the only product that contains that ingredient over the counter. So it is something that's heavy duty for sweating. However, I would say this stops my hyperhidrosis about 75%, whereas this is about 98%. So that's the ratio of how much it helps me. I like the solid for using every other night if I'm going to use the roll-on, just because it's not as effective, but it helps to build it up still without the irritation of the roll-on. Now with the roll-on, it is a liquid, but their new formula has it more of a... It's more of a drier consistency, so it's not going to drip down your arm, because that does not feel pleasant. They came out with this new product, which is the CERTAINDRI AM Solid. I have not tried this a lot lately. I've used both of those before, swear by them, they're great. This one, I've used it for 2 days, and I haven't found that it did anything for the sweating, which it's not really meant to. This is a deodorant. It does have antiperspirant in it as well, but really no more. Well, I guess it does have more than regular. Yeah, it has about 2% more of the antiperspirant ingredient than normal deodorants, but generally it is still meant for just a deodorant. So it is fresh morning fresh scent, which I think it smells really good. It has a very clean scent. At first, it's scary that it comes in one scent because sometimes it can be a little gross, but I do like the scent of this one, and I don't know, I really like it so far. For me though, I sweat so much when, no matter what deodorant I'm wearing, I will sweat through it and the BO comes out. Very real video in case you have not gotten that hint yet. We all get BO and we all sweat, so. And just for price points, I want to tell you guys, each one of these things is like $7 to $8 depending where you go. You can get it anywhere. You can get it at Walmart, any kind of drugstore, things like that. A lot of places sell CERTAINDRI. It did take me a while to find the roll-on, but I only could buy it online. But even still, it's really inexpensive to buy online. I think total with shipping it was $11. For what it does, it is so worth it, and I highly recommend it if you have this issue. And, you know, just know you're not alone with your sweating, your excessive sweating, especially if you're younger. It may not ever go away, but just know that it's okay. There are solutions, especially for underarm perspiration. I wish I knew of solutions for hands, feet, and groin, because that's embarrassing. I ain't about to put all that in my areas. There is, of course, Botox injections that you can get to stop the sweat glands from producing sweat. Those are very expensive and painful, so I'm not interested. This is a very inexpensive way to stop your underarm sweating, or even prevent it if you maybe don't have hyperhidrosis. Maybe you can, like I said, use it if you have a presentation coming up, or you know, you're going to be playing a sport and you don't want sweat stains, even though it's highly normal to sweat when you're playing an activity or something, but it's up to you. So they're actually doing a giveaway right now to restock your wardrobe once you get rid of your sweating problem, because we all know that we can only wear 1 or 2 colors when we have this issue, and we cannot wear grays, or especially gray, or blue or pink shirts or anything like that. So I will have all the details about their giveaway listed below. It does close in 2 days, so you only have 2 days to enter, but it's a lot of money to restock your closet, and who doesn't want free money to buy new clothes? But it's just in celebration of getting rid of, not necessarily getting rid of, but finding a solution to our sweating issues. And I will leave, of course, CERTAINDRI's website down below so you can read more about it. Like I said, I've used it for years and years, and it's definitely something that I swear by. Yes, of course, they sent these to me as a PR like package, press package or whatever, for me to share the giveaway with you guys, but I really wanted to give you guys an update about how it's spread to embarrassing areas and how I'm dealing with it, and still being confident even though it's such an embarrassing thing to live with, you know? I'm with you. I hope this helps some of you out, at least to gain a little confidence that you're not alone. 1 in 4 people have this thing, so it sucks, but you know what? We're still normal. We're still normal people. Feel free to wear those gray shirts and rock your sweat stains, or get some of this and stop it. I don't know. Just don't be embarrassed by it anymore, and I will definitely try to be the same, because, especially about the groin area one, because that is very hard to admit to you guys, because you know, we all try, it's online, so we try to present ourselves a certain way, and to admit that you have that, especially down there, is really embarrassing for me. So I hope you guys are understanding, and hopefully it gave you a little bit more confidence to be more open about it and just be like, yeah, I have this, but you know what? It doesn't define me. It doesn't steal my confidence from me, because it's freaking sweat. It can't do that. Let me know if you're in the hyperhidrosis boat like I am down below, and where you have it. Feel free to come clean. This is like an AA meeting for sweaters, and we're just gonna talk about it in the comments below. So feel free to leave your comment and your story down below, and we can all talk about our stories, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Next one is Haley Blaze. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Haley. She is probably one of the funniest people on YouTube that I subscribe to.